Before the sun rises over Lamar Valley, the final winter snow still blankets the earth. The bulls keep their distance. Birthing is the domain of the females alone. There was a time when tens of millions of American bison thundered across this land. By the close of the 1800s, just 23 wild individuals remained, sheltered within Yellowstone. Wyo's russet coat now carries the blood of those last survivors. Cheyenne understands only one truth. Wyo is young and wolves roam these lands again. Newborn bison calves are known as red dogs, their coats a vivid orange that sets them apart. That warm color marks their early life, making the youngest calves easy to spot against the darker mass of the herd. Elder females like Tonka hold the group's collective wisdom, remembering old paths, deep snows, and hidden threats. In Yellowstone, most calves arrive within the same narrow window of spring weeks. That shared timing floods predators with more targets than they can handle. No wolf or bear can claim them all. Even a grizzly weighs the risk before stepping toward a full-grown bison. The Junction Butte wolves are not charging. They are watching and waiting for any sign of weakness. The mothers respond with a breathing fortress, horns facing outward, orange calves shielded within. A single lunge from Tonka is enough to explain why wolves pick their moments carefully. Every approach is blocked by horns and heavy shoulders. When one calf falls behind, the mothers close ranks around it. Most wolf attempts end the same way. Patience overtaking aggression. Once tens of millions of bison shaped the Great Plains. For many native peoples of the plains, the bison represented food, shelter, tools, and sacred tradition. Among the Lakota, the white bison holds deep spiritual meaning. Then the railroads brought a different era sweeping across the grasslands. When the bison disappeared, plains peoples lost the very foundation of their existence. In Yellowstone, 23 wild bison became the slender thread of recovery. Captive breeding began when the open prairie had nearly lost its last animals. Some of those bison were carefully returned westward, step by step to open land. Cheyenne and Wyo are not standing apart from that story. They are its living continuation. In 1926, Yellowstone lost its wolves. 7 decades later, wolves were reintroduced to Lamar Valley. Today, they rarely challenge healthy adult bison directly. Instead, they comb the edges searching for vulnerability. Another threat predates even Wyo herself, brucellosis, a disease capable of ending pregnancies. It arrived in this landscape through domestic cattle. The park boundary means nothing to a bison, yet crossing it changes everything. On the far side of that invisible line, the freedom to roam can become a death sentence. Elk move through the same ranch lands with far less friction than bison. Yellowstone continues to shelter one of the few truly wild bloodlines still intact. Cheyenne and Wyo carry that lineage forward without awareness of its weight. As spring deepens, Tonka leads the mothers toward higher ground, and Wyo follows close behind. Months pass and Wyo's orange coat slowly surrenders to adult brown. Should she survive, Wyo may one day nurture her own red calf within this same living circle of protection. Bison are being returned to tribal lands where they once defined entire ways of life. On the Lakota Buffalo Range, the open grassland begins to fill once more. Some Yellowstone bison that once would have perished at the boundary are now given a road forward. For the next generation, this return is not a chapter in history. It is standing at the gate, breathing and waiting. Back in Lamar Valley, Cheyenne watches as Tonka chooses the next direction. The same ancient journey continues through reservation gates, across open prairie, and through protected valleys. From 23 survivors to living herds spread across the land. The line is still moving.